Do you want to stop losing marks on questions about decision trees? If so, make sure you watch this entire video, as I'll be going through a walkthrough example of how do you calculate and tackle these decision tree questions. So on here you'll see a typical decision tree where the numbers marked in red are the investments, henceforth negative 35,000 and the negative 40,000. Remember, when you see brackets around numbers, that means a negative. And you can see here our possible outcomes for each project. So for project 1, there's a 40% chance we will get £100,000, and there is a 60% chance that we will get a £10,000 return. And in option 2, there is a 30% chance that we will get a £150,000 return, and there is a 70% chance that we will get a £1,000 return. Also be aware that these two probabilities should add up to 1. So when answering decision tree questions, our first step is to calculate the expected value, which we can do by timesing the probability by the outcome. So for option 1, we would do 0.4 times £100,000, which would equal 40,000. And the other potential outcome, we would do 0.6 times by 10,000, which would equal 6,000. Then all I would do is I would add both of these together to give me the total expected value for option 1, which would be 46,000. And we do the exact same process again for option 2. So we do 0.3 times by £150,000, which would give me £45,000. And finally, 0.7 times by £1,000, which would give me £700. And then we would do the exact same thing when calculating the total expected value for option 1, is that we add 45,000 to £700, which would give me £45,700. However, I'm not finished there, because the final step for each project is to calculate the net gain. We can calculate the overall net gain by taking the expected value minus the initial investment. So for option 1, we would do 46,000 minus £35,000, which would equal £11,000. And we would do the same step again. I'm calculating the net gain for option 2 by taking positive £45,700 minus the initial investment, which was 40,000, which would give me a value of positive £5,700. And then my final step is to compare both of the options' net gains against each other. And what I would do is I would choose the option with the highest net gain, which we can see is option 1. Therefore, in your answer, all you would put is we would therefore go for option 1 because it has the higher net gain. If you found this video useful, do me a favour and leave a like and a comment on the video.